Right now, as you watch this, someone is shaping the way you think. Not a government, not a corporation, not even someone you've met. It's a system, a set of invisible psychological levers built into the apps you use, the stores you walk through, the conversations you have, and even the way people talk to you. And the scariest part? You've been responding to these triggers your entire life, without ever realizing it. Today, we're pulling back the curtain. These are 7 psychological tricks being used on you every single day without your knowledge. Stay with me until number 1, because that one will genuinely change the way you see the world around you. Welcome to Unnamed Instincts, where we decode the hidden mechanics of the human mind. If you're new here, this channel is about dark psychology, human behavior, and the unseen forces that quietly control the choices we make every day. Let's get into it. Trick number 7, the scarcity illusion. We'll start with one you've seen 1,000 times, but probably never thought twice about. You're shopping online, you find something you like, and then you see it. Only 3 left in stock. Suddenly, you need it. Immediately. The hesitation you had a second ago? Gone. This is called the scarcity principle, and it was mapped out by psychologist Robert Cialdini in his landmark work on influence and persuasion. The human brain is hardwired to assign more value to things that are rare or disappearing. It's a survival instinct. Scarce resources meant danger for our ancestors, so our brain lights up when supply seems limited. Marketers know this better than anyone. Hotel booking sites show you only 1 room left at this price, even when there are dozens available. Streaming platforms say, leaving soon, on content that won't be removed for months. Flash sales give you a 20-minute countdown to pressure you into buying without thinking. The urgency is manufactured, the scarcity is designed. And your brain, that ancient, fear-wired brain, falls for it every time. Now that you know, ask yourself this next time you feel that rush. Is this actually rare? Or has someone just made it feel that way? Trick number 6, social proof manipulation. Here's a question. Why do you care how many stars a restaurant has? You've never met those reviewers. You don't know their taste. You don't know if they were paid, pressured, or just having a bad day. But when you see 4.8 stars and 3,000 reviews, something in you relaxes. It feels safe. This is social proof, and it is one of the most powerful and most exploited psychological triggers in existence. The premise is simple. Humans are pack animals. When we're uncertain, we look at what others are doing and assume that's the right move. It's a mental shortcut, a heuristic our brains use to save energy. In the modern world, it's being weaponized. Followers count signal importance. Viral videos signal truth. Products with thousands of reviews feel superior, even if they're identical to ones with none. And here's what makes this truly dark. Studies have shown that fake social proof works just as well as real social proof. Our brain doesn't audit the numbers. It just reacts to them. So the next time something seems trustworthy because everyone else likes it, pause. Ask yourself, do I actually know those people? Or am I just responding to a number someone put in front of me? Trick number 5, the anchoring effect. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You walk into a store. You see a jacket. It's crossed out at $400. Now on sale for $180. You feel like you've won something, like you're getting a deal. But here's the truth. You have no idea what that jacket is actually worth. The $400 price tag never meant anything. It was placed there specifically so your brain would latch onto it and make $180 feel like a bargain by comparison. This is called the anchoring effect, and it might be the most subtle form of manipulation on this entire list. The first number you hear in any negotiation, purchase, or decision becomes a psychological anchor. Everything that follows is judged relative to that anchor, not relative to reality. It's used everywhere. Car salespeople start with the highest trim package, so by the time they offer you the base model, it feels cheap. Salary negotiations open high, so that a lower counteroffer still feels like a win. Subscription services show you the most expensive plan first, making the mid-tier feel like the obvious, reasonable choice. The anchor is never neutral. It is always placed with intention. The only defense? Do your own research before you walk in. Know the real value before someone else defines it for you. Trick number 4. The reciprocity trap. Someone does you a favor. They didn't ask for anything in return. They just helped. And now you feel a subtle, sometimes overwhelming need to give something back. That feeling? It's not just kindness, it's biology. The reciprocity principle is one of the oldest and most deeply embedded social instincts in human psychology. In hunter-gatherer societies, mutual aid was survival. You helped me find food. I helped you stay safe. If you didn't return favors, you were a threat to the group. That programming is still running in your brain right now, thousands of years later. And people exploit it every single day. Stores offer free samples, not out of generosity, but because people who accept samples are statistically far more likely to buy the product. People give small gifts before making big asks because receiving something, even something tiny, triggers a psychological sense of debt. Some manipulators in personal relationships do this on a grand scale. They shower you with attention, favors, and affection early on, building up a mountain of reciprocal obligation, so that when they eventually ask for something unhealthy, you feel like you owe them. Kindness is real, but when a favor arrives uninvited, especially from someone who wants something, it's worth asking, what is this setting me up for? Trick number 3, the foot in the door technique. They don't ask for a lot at first. They never do. It starts small, a simple request, something easy to say yes to. And then, gradually, the asks get bigger. By the time something significant is being asked of you, you've already said yes so many times that saying no feels inconsistent, strange, even wrong. This is called the foot in the door technique, and it is one of the most studied manipulation tactics in all of social psychology. A classic 1966 experiment by Friedman and Fraser proved this with remarkable results. Researchers asked homeowners to place a small, unobtrusive "Drive safely" sign in their window. Most said yes. Weeks later, they returned with a much bigger ask, a large, ugly billboard in the homeowner's front yard. Homeowners who had already agreed to the small sign were nearly 4 times more likely to say yes to the billboard compared to those who had never been asked the small request first. 4 times more likely, from one small yes. This tactic runs through advertising, politics, abusive relationships, and high-pressure sales. First, they get you to follow their page, then engage with their content, then share it, then buy, then donate, then recruit others. The door was cracked open with something small. By the time you notice how far it swung, you're already on the other side. Trick number 2, the fear of missing out. Your phone buzzes. You pick it up. Someone you went to school with is in Bali. Someone else just got promoted. Another person is at a concert you didn't know was happening. And for a second, you feel it. A hollow, restless unease. Like life is happening somewhere else, and you're missing it. FOMO, the fear of missing out, is not a modern feeling. But modern technology has turned it into an industrial weapon. Social media platforms are deliberately designed to trigger this feeling. The variable reward system, the endless scroll, the unpredictable likes, the curated highlight reels, is modeled on the same psychological mechanics as slot machines. Former tech insiders have admitted this openly. The goal isn't to make you happy. The goal is to make you feel like you're almost happy. So you keep scrolling in search of the feeling. And the people you're comparing yourself to, they're not showing you their lives. They're showing you a performance. The algorithm knows that your anxiety is profitable. Your insecurity keeps you on the platform. Your restlessness is their business model. The question you have to ask yourself is this: is this making me feel more connected to life or more afraid of missing it? Because those are two completely different things. Trick number 1. This one is different from everything we've talked about so far. This isn't just marketing. This isn't just algorithms. This one happens between people. And when it works, it doesn't just manipulate your choices. It makes you question your own mind. Gaslighting. The term comes from a 1944 film in which a husband slowly manipulates his wife into believing she is losing her sanity by secretly dimming the gas lights in the house and then denying it's happening. In psychology, gaslighting refers to a systematic pattern of manipulation in which someone causes another person to doubt their own memory, their own perception, and their own reality. It sounds extreme, but it is far more common than most people realize. It can sound like, "That never happened," or "You're too sensitive," or "You're imagining things," or "You always do this," or "Everyone agrees with me, it's just you." Over time, these statements don't just change your behavior. They change your internal reference point for what is real. The victim stops trusting their own instincts. They start looking to the manipulator for confirmation of what they've experienced. And in that moment, control is complete. Gaslighting happens in personal relationships. It happens in workplaces. It happens in politics when entire populations are told not to believe what they are seeing with their own eyes. The defense is not easy, but it starts with one commitment. Trust your own perception first. Write things down. Talk to people outside the dynamic. Notice when someone consistently makes you feel confused, unstable, or like you are too much. Your instincts are not the enemy. In most cases, they are the only thing standing between you and someone who wants to rewrite your reality. 7 tricks, 7 systems. All of them running in the background of your life right now. Scarcity that isn't real. Social proof that's been fabricated. Anchors designed to distort your judgment. Favors that build invisible debts. Small yeses that lead to enormous asks. Algorithms feeding your insecurities. And the most insidious of all, someone making you doubt your own mind. Knowledge doesn't make you immune, but it makes you harder to manipulate. And that's exactly what this channel is for. Every week, we go deeper into the mechanics of the human mind, the parts that most people never talk about, and that most people never see. If this video made you think differently about something, if it shifted even one lens, share it with someone who needs to see it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Unnamed Instincts. Because what you don't know about your own mind is exactly what someone else is counting on. I'll see you in the next one.